Hello, fellow peasants. Today I'll be reviewing 2006's Casino Royale. Okay, guys, so last night I watched Casino Royale. It came out in 2006, starring Daniel Craig and Mads Mikkelsen. So, what is it about? Well, basically, the movie is about Daniel Craig playing 007. He's a new 007 agent. He just got the license to kill. And so he's fresh. He's brand new. And he is on a mission to stop this financier of terrorism, Mads Mikkelsen's character. He's like a banker who finances terrorism around the world, and one of the ways that he does it is like he plays poker or whatever, and they funnel the money through that way, and they don't have quite enough evidence on him yet to prove that he's the one doing it. They're pretty sure he's doing it, but they don't have enough evidence to bring him in on it. So Daniel Craig has to go and play a game of poker with against him so that he can win, so that Mads Mikkelsen doesn't get the money from the game to fund the terrorism, okay? And in that way, not only does James Bond have the money, and he can no longer finance the terrorism, then his handlers, the people who want the money, the people who he owes money to, the people that he, basically it puts the bad guy in a rough situation, and therefore his handlers will come after him, and that will prove that he is indeed involved in this. So, and there's also like a love interest in here. He has a love interest in the film as well. So what do I like, what do I not like about Casino Royale? Well, first of all, I remember watching this when it first came out, okay? Like, I bought the DVD when it first came out, and I was always a big Pierce Brosnan fan. I grew up with the Pierce Brosnan James Bond films in the 90s. And so I was a little hesitant when Daniel Craig came around, because I'm like, who's this guy? He doesn't really look like Bond. I'm used to Pierce Brosnan. This guy's got blonde hair, blue eyes. What's the deal with this? And right from the opening scene, when the opening scene's in black and white, and he's talking to the double agent guy who's fucking over MI6 or whatever, and he's like, how did he die? He goes, your contact? He goes, not well. And it cuts to a scene where he's killing this contact, and it's just brutal. It's not like the suave, sexy Pierce Brosnan way of killing. Like this, he's like murdering him with his hands. He's beating the shit out of him. He's drowning him in a bathroom sink. It's just a really violent, rough, gritty scene. And I remember thinking right off the bat, okay, this Bond is serious. Like, this Bond is way more professional and serious, and just more of a hard-ass motherfucker compared to Pierce Brosnan, okay? And that tone and that theme never really left the rest of Daniel Craig's Bond films. The goofiest that the Bond films ever got, really, was some of the gadgets in Spectre, and some things in No Time to Die, but we'll get to that later, because I'll eventually review the other 4 films. So I'm doing all 5 of the Daniel Craig films, so stay tuned for the next 4. But yeah, I mean, it's a very much more grounded approach with the Daniel Craig films, and Casino Royale definitely gives you that. Like right off the bat, like especially back in the day when we were so used to the cheesiness and the gadgets and the bad guys having volcano hideouts and shit. Like, this really is a more grounded approach, much more realistic approach as to what a government spy or agent would actually be like in real life. I'm not saying this is dead on and very similar to whatever they do, but this is so much more realistic than the bad guys having volcano hideouts and the fake gadgets and some of the escapism that the previous films lended to. Daniel Craig as 007. I really like Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig is now my favorite 007. Okay, like I said, I was skeptical at the beginning. I really loved Pierce Brosnan, but goddamn, he does such a good job. Like, Daniel Craig does such a good job as 007 because you care about the character. Like, he's not just some like cartoon level caricature of an action hero. Like, you actually care about if he lives or dies. He's a human being. Like, they made Bond a human being with these 5 films, and especially in Casino Royale. And he just does an excellent job. Like, he's charismatic, he's smooth, he's badass, he's intelligent, he's very fit. He whips motherfuckers' asses. I mean, he's in good shape. I mean, like, he is just all around. There's just no negatives about Daniel Craig as James Bond, in my opinion. What do I like about Casino Royale? What else? I mean, just the story's interesting. The locations, the cinematography is gorgeous. I mean, the scene in Madagascar, I mean, come on. The scene in Madagascar where the guy's free running and he's, you know, jumping up the buildings. And I mean, it's one of the best chase scenes I've ever seen. It probably is the best chase scene on foot that I've ever seen in a movie. Just an excellent, I mean, this whole movie is just filled with excellent scene after excellent scene. I just love the locations in Madagascar, the location in the Bahamas when he goes to the resort in the Bahamas. Just that whole, like, and like the cinematography, the way that it's filmed. I mean, it's just an excellent film all around. I'm at a loss for words, honestly, about how much I love this movie. I mean, I like all the films in the franchise, but this one just really is just, it's a fucking classic, man. And I've never read the original novel, but I heard, like, they took some liberties. There's differences between this and the original novel for Casino Royale. Like every movie there is, but god damn is it good. What do I not like about Casino Royale? I think it does go on a bit long. It does go on a bit long. I wish it was like a little bit shorter. You know what I mean? Like, I wish that the movie was maybe like 15 minutes shorter. Just to tighten things up. I mean, that's a small nitpick. Other than the runtime being about 15 minutes too long, in my opinion. Excellent movie. Excellent movie. I give this movie like a 9.5 out of 10. Like, I love this movie. Okay, guys. It's just an escape movie. Like I put it on and I'm just like, okay, I'm going to watch James Bond kick ass, go to really exotic locations, and watch some action movies. You know what I mean? Like, watch some action sequences. Like, pretty much everything about it is spot on. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. I really love the movie. 9.5 out of 10 for Casino Royale. I also like that in this film, he actually gives the recipe for the Vesper Martini in this one. He's like, 3 shots of Gordon's, 1 shot of, I'm sorry, 3 ounces Gordon's, 1 ounce vodka, 1/2 ounce Lillet with a lemon twist, shaken, not stirred. Okay. And he actually gives the recipe in the film. You always hear him say shaken, not stirred, but he never actually orders the drink. in the previous films. But so it was really awesome to see him do that, and I want to try it. I am going to make it. I'm going to make the Vesper Martini here on the channel at some point. I'm going to get the Gordon's, I'm going to get the vodka, I'm going to get the Lillet, I'm going to do the lemon peel, and I'm going to make the martini. And I've never drank it before. I've never tried it, so I'm going to make it. I'm going to try it, and I'll post the recipe here on, not that it's a hard recipe, you can look it up yourself, but yeah, I'm going to do a video for that too. So stay tuned. I got Quantum of Solace coming up next, and then the rest of the films after that. So, all right, peasants, let me know what you think about Casino Royale down in the comments below. All right, guys, peace out. Bye-bye.